Hello and welcome to live radio match commentary, Braintree Town versus Chippenham Town, live from the Dunmo Group Stadium. The date is Thursday the 29th of December here for this 3 o'clock kickoff here in lovely, surprisingly sunny Essex on this wintry and bitter afternoon. I'm Jamie Oleszynski, I will be your main match commentator for this afternoon, and it's just my dulcet tones this afternoon as all of the other gang have failed to make the journey into Essex, and Mr. Matt Chappell, Chippenham Town Head of Media, is up in the gantry on filming duty. So when you're watching this back on the post-match highlights, thank him very much for that. So less than 4 days ago, really, it was an enthralling match, wasn't it? Down at Thurs Park, you might have heard my various voice breaks and screams from the match, and you might have been there in person celebrating with all the boys. This time, a lot of you, I think 33 of you in our Mixlr chat already. Thank you very much for those of you that have tuned in. Those of you that were at Thurs Park will be very, very grateful for that result, and hopefully looking forward to the run of form that Chippenham Town can run into. It's really a case of a swapping of forms for the two sides, really. Chippenham Town had gone, I think, either 10 or 11 games without a win in league football, stretching back to September before their 3 points a couple of days ago, whereas in fact Braintree were on a, I think, 5, 6, 7, 8 game run of not losing before they lost at their. And your Chippenham side for this afternoon: number 1, Will Henry. Welcome back to the starting lineup. Number 3, Leighton Todolo. Number 4, Spencer Hamilton. Number 6, Will Richards. Number 7, Alfie Santos. Number 9, in hero from Thurs Park, Jordan Young. Number 11, Alex Bray. Number 13, Joe Hanks. Number 14, Tom Mayhew. Number 15, Will Tizard. And number 19, Luke Russ. And on the bench for Chippenham Town, Callum Gunner, new signing Tariq Youssef. Number 12, Harry Parsons. Number 17, Joe Parker. And number 20, Will King. You might be able to hear the buzz of excitement here from this main stand here in Braintree as the players finally make their entrance from the tunnel. Chippenham Town in their changed maroon shirts and shorts with their navy socks, and our hosts wearing a nice orange and white striped shirt number with blue shorts and orange socks. So we're just 5 minutes away from this match that was originally scheduled for I believe the 8th or 9th of September, early game week in September, that was postponed due to the tragic passing of Her Majesty the Queen, and was then scheduled for early parts of November. But I believe Chippenham and the league both asked the match to be postponed again due to Chippenham's cup exploits against Lincoln City in round 1 to allow for extra preparation, and I think the extra preparation worked, as Chippenham Town famously went on to win that one by a 1-0. And that man, Joe Hanks, who I'm currently staring at now, the man who got the goal that day, has struggled really for fitness ever since then. He picked up a bit of an injury, I think, at St Albans a couple of games after that one, and sadly missed the second round tie away at Burton. But he's returned back to the starting lineup, I think, for the first time since his injury, and I think there may be a bit of a change of system for Chippenham Town. The 4-2-3-1 that has worked, particularly Jordan Young, who does get us underway. He gives the ball straight back to Tom Mayhew. Jordan Young is going to need to play a blinder today. Braintree win the ball following Mayhew's long ball, and in fact, the number 11 there, Matt Rush, nearly picked the ball up, but Spencer Hamilton was quick in there to defend and clear the ball long. But Braintree have the ball in the middle of the park, and it's now with their number 4, Barris Alton-Top, who plays the ball forward out towards that left-hand side. It's knocked backwards. Tom Mayhew's going to go in for a challenge. He does go in for a challenge, and the first free kick of this match, and the first blow of the whistle in play for Mr. George Laffin, is to give a free kick against Chippenham Town for a foul by Tom Mayhew, and I think the number 7, Joe Benton, who returns to the Iron Squad this afternoon. So free kick to come in slightly Jordan Young territory, but I don't think Braintree have a Jordan Young in their locker, because this one looks like it's going to be swung into Will Henry's penalty box with the right foot of, I think, Benton to take himself. Ball is delivered into the penalty area. The ball's gone all the way through, and eventually the offside flag goes up from the assistant on this near side. Ball went straight through everyone anyway, so it didn't particularly matter. But that's the first opportunity, or the first real, to play a ball out towards Spencer Hamilton, and the ball's ended up now back at the feet with Will Henry, who's going to be forced to play a short pass in towards Tom Mayhew, who turns inside of his man and looks to play it towards Joe Hanks, who's managed to get that ball, and he's going to look to drive at the number 8, Leon Davies, who's going forward. This is good work from Joe Hanks, and he's still going, and Joe Hanks goes past another man. This is an amazing run from the police officer, and what's he going to be able to do? He's going to be able to win Chippenham Town. Is that a corner kick? Yes, he is. So it's 4 minutes into this match. Joe Hanks with an amazing run. He's picked the ball up inside of his own half and twisted and turned inside of every Braintree man, and the former Southend man, Leon Davies, has thrown a body at that. The left boot of Jordan Young, an in-swinger. I'll wait to see any sort of hand signals coming in from Chippenham Town's top scorer. Doesn't look like there is going to be a signal. It's going to be a short corner kick. Santos goes back in towards Young, who does deliver into the penalty area. It looks like Tizard or Richards is throwing a shot at it, I think. It was a missed kick, though, from the Chippenham centre-half. Either Richards or Tizard, they're both not looking too happy with that chance, but a goal kick is given, and a chance for Chippenham goes a-begging after a defensive header from Chippenham Town. Feel free to use the Mixlr chat today, as it's just me. We can engage in some conversation like we did down at Torquay. That was a fun evening, and hopefully this will be a fun match and a fun result for Chippenham Town, as a free kick is given inside their own half following a foul on Will Richards, and it might have been Alfie Santos, actually. And the free kick is going to be left for the big green monster. He's back in the green today, Will Henry. All green goalkeeping kit. Just trying to play a game of spot the Chippenham Town fan, as how many have made the trip. I do see a flag, so I think of the sea of blue, I think I see 3 or 4. Not too bad. Not a bad innings, lads. Henry's ball forward is eventually fallen with Hamilton and Young. Does he get fouled? Hanks is still forward, though, and he dinks the ball into the far post. Bray heads! Oh, it's just onto the roof of the net. Good chance for Alex Bray. And what a ball from Joe Hanks, who's done really well after his reintroduction to the starting lineup. He's picked the ball up on the right-hand side. He's drifted past a man, clipped the ball in. Alex Bray didn't look to be in the optimal position for that header, but he's managed to throw a head at it. Good work from the Chippenham Town number 11. And he's got a stretch where Jack Sims was in no man's land, but the ball just sailed over the top and landed on the top of Sims's roof of his net. So that's the biggest chance of the opening 11 minutes so far, and it's gone the way of Chippenham Town, but still goalless. Jordan Young was clattered in that build-up to that move, until it's a Chippenham decision where I think I know better than anyone else in the entire world. Henry's goal kick goes long and out towards the right-hand side, looking for the head of Hamilton, who does win that flick on, down in towards Alfie Santos, who's having his shirt pulled all over the place. I can see that all the way from over here, but the referee not interested, and throw in for Chippenham. In towards Young's feet, Hamilton gets it back, and now in towards Mayhew, nice ball inside, in towards Young, this is good link-up play, and now Mayhew driving forward, plays the ball, Hanks into Mayhew, nearly gets the ball back following a 50-50, but now Russ can play it all the way out towards Bray on the left-hand side. Alex Bray gets it on his right foot, now goes towards Russ, who's back. Chippenham edging their way into this match very nicely indeed. Ball, Hanks, nearly tries to dummy the ball and let it run through to Jordan Young, but a Braintree foot is thrown at it, and Chippenham Town have a throw-in, which is immediately taken in towards Jordan Young, who's going to twist and turn and drive, and Mayhew forced all the way back towards Tuadola, who plays across the ball in towards Mayhew at the base of the Chippenham Town midfield, and play slows down a little bit as Chippenham look to 4D chest their opponent, as Hanks plays a ball out towards Hamilton right hand side, who twists very nicely indeed and goes back in towards Richards. This is patient play from the Bluebirds, who know that Braintree can certainly hit on the counter-attack indeed. Ball out by Tizard, was a little bit rushed, and Tuadolo plays it nicely over the top of the number 2, Clemens, who comes back very nicely to dispossess Bray, and then Rush goes down following a challenge on Tizard. It was a 50-50 one, really. Rush believes he was fouled off the ball innocuously. Referee and linesman not saying anything at all, and the ball falls with Henry, who's plays the ball out and all the way backwards in towards Jack Sims inside of his goal. Long ball looking for the number 7 of Benton, who picks the ball up very nicely indeed and looks to shimmy past Luke Rush, and the ball is out towards Clemens on the right hand side, and he looks to go past Tadolo. Clemens is inside the penalty area. It's pulled back towards Rush, who goes for a shot. It's blocked though, and Mayhew can bring Chippenham Town away. Young out towards Bray left hand side. Bray continuing to drive. He's gone past one. Can he go past another? Brave challenge though from Clemens, who takes nothing but the ball. Bray can continue to go, but bundles down his man of Barris Elton top. Young eventually then goes for a chipped effort, though it flies over the top of Jack Sims into the back of the net, but the referee had long blown his whistle. So a free kick to Braintree inside of their own half. 27 or so minutes gone, so we're halfway through this first. Clean sheet wouldn't go amiss for Chippenham Town with their last clean sheet, I think, being the match against Lincoln City. Will Henry's had not really many opportunities to keep clean sheets, as shots have been placed on his goal, but so far in this match they have not been. Challenge goes in on Spencer Hamilton yet again. It's a late one. A barrage of Chippenham Town players surrounding the referee, and the Braintree player that made the offence, Matt Cooper's come to speak with the referee. It was definitely a late challenge, and I think that we may be seeing the first yellow card of today's action being gifted as a late Christmas present to the Braintree. Is it the Braintree number 9? Braintree number 9 certainly having a word with today's referee, and yes it is, I think, Alfie Matthews, who's going to be picking up a yellow card this match. No stranger, as this match last season had a red card in it for Braintree, with their right back being sent off for a foul on Mo Dabre that caused lots of anger and criticism of that day's referee. I thought it was personally the correct decision. A lot of Braintree fans didn't, a lot of Chippenham fans didn't. But that was a mixed bag. That one certainly wasn't a mixed bag. That was a very late challenge. That is very rightly a yellow card. So Mayhew is going to search this long ball forward. Hamilton is back up to his feet, don't you worry. Mayhew's long ball is eventually hacked clear by Braintree, and Rush can pick it up right on halfway on the right-hand side, but it's a poor one from Rush. He eventually does get the ball back. He wasn't challenged by Will Richards, and Clements is being put under pressure again by Will Richards before Hanks dispossesses him inside nearly his own penalty box. Searching ball from Joe Hanks into the penalty area, looking for the poacher Jordan Young, but it was nowhere near the Chippenham number 9, and Braintree hacked the ball clear now down the left-hand side. And it's a searching ball looking for Rush. He's picked it up. He is onside, and he's going to let the overlapping run for Clements. As he know it, it's played inside nicely, and it's just shot from the edge of the area, but it's well wide of Will Henry's goal, who was confident that was going to sail wide. It was Leon Davies, the man who's just picked it up, taken a touch, right-footed, looked to caress it into the bottom right-hand corner of Will Henry's goal. But the former Swindon man let that go all the way past his post, and it was comfortably wide. Still Braintree 0, Chippenham Town 0. What minute we kicked off on for this second half? We have 6 minutes into this second half. There are 2 games in the Van Armour National League South this afternoon. They are both 0-0, both Braintree and Chippenham, and Bath and Worthing still goalless. After following Will Henry's long kick, Young picks that out of the sky and then feeds Hanks, who feeds Young yet again, and Young throws in a challenge on Paxman, but Paxman comes away with it and is forced to retreat all the way, and Hanks has picked it up. Hanks is through one-on-one, goes down under a challenge. Young! Ball's in the back of the net! Chippenham Town lead! It's their first ever goal here at Braintree, and of course Jordan Young is the man who's got it. Paxman gave the ball away. It was a combination of Young and Hanks who got there. Hanks did really well. A challenge was thrown in, but Young could do nothing really but guide the ball into the bottom corner. And Chippenham Town are in dreamland. They lead here at Braintree. Chippenham Town 1, Braintree 0. And I think most importantly for Chippenham Town fans, that will relieve the sense of anxiety that has been looming over their season so far. As with the 3 points, they are currently on track to gain. They rise out of the relegation zone for the first time in a number of weeks. They go 20th position. They go level on points with Cheshire and Concord in the bottom 4. But after superior goal difference, that's their 20th goal of the league season. That is, I think, Jordan Young's 9th goal of the season in all competitions. And Braintree get us underway, but interesting to note, Bath City have now levelled it up down at Twerton Park. To a flurry of goals down there, and a long ball forward. It is picked out of the air by Tizard, and Tuadolo is thrown to the ground, but Luke Russ marshals nicely, and Alex Bray can drive down the left hand side for Chippenham Town. Plays nicely. Hanks is going to feed Bray yet again, but the ball isn't perfect towards the former Rotherham man, and Altintop I think goes over following a challenge from Bray, but the only man that's interested in that is Altintop, who wants to buy himself a free kick, and Bray putting Clements under pressure, and Hanks is there yet again to win the ball in a forward position. Hanks goes down following a challenge. Hanks is still on the floor. He's holding his face. I think there was a high boot up there to catch Joe Hanks, and the referee finally stops play in order to help Joe Hanks and relieve him with some treatment, but There was certainly a high boot thrown in there from somewhere. I'm not sure if Joe Hanks is in the penalty area. I think he's lying in there, but I don't think it would have been given as a penalty. But wow. That was a flurry of action. Joe Hanks playing so well to dispossessing forward opportunities. And that's 3 or 4 times in this match, 3 or 4 times in this half, really, that Chippenham are going forward with the PC. We absolutely all do, and I think the whole of Wiltshire will love him if the result stays as it does. Corley is looking to be dispossessed by Alfie Santos down following this throw in, and it's Paxman who's got the ball and twists inside of Joe Hanks very nicely indeed, and Paxman looks to reverse twist Hanks very nicely, and the ball is back with White, who goes out now towards Altin Top. And the ball is played in towards Blair, who's going to pull it back, and Reynolds could nearly get there before Richards was, and Tuodolo twists. Very nice work from Leighton Tuodolo, calm work from Tuodolo, who picks the ball up, and Yusuf's going to get his first opportunity. He plays a long ball towards Jordan Young. Late challenge from Paxman, yellow card for Paxman after he's picked off Jordan Young on the halfway line. He knew what he had to do there. But good work, really, from Tariq Yusuf, who's first thing he's done is pick the ball up from Tuodolo on the left-hand side, take 3 or 4 touches and play the long ball. And Young does the rest of the hard work by picking it up and getting a knock for the Troubles. But on loan from Brackley, has 3 goals and 38 appearances. The youngster, 20 years old. And interestingly, he's been here recently. He played the full 90 minutes in Brackley's FA Cup tie, or FA Trophy tie, with Brackley just towards the end of last month. And here goes Yusuf yet again. He's got it on that right foot. Good work from Yusuf, and he's fed in Alfie Santos down this right hand side. 2 very similar players from the highlights of Yusuf that I've watched so far. So a lot of flair, a lot of pace on both wings for Chippenham Town. What a substitute. Hopefully he will be to bring on long ball forward, and Santos has snuck in behind the right hand side here. Good work from the Brazilian. He's twisting, he's turning, really good work. And now he's left it for Tom Mayhew, who's going to deliver into the penalty area. There's no one there. Yusuf, can he keep it inside on the far pitch? No Chippenham Town player could throw a head at it in the penalty area, but Yusuf's now got it on the opposite flank. He's going to go back towards Tuodolo, though, and Chippenham just going to look to reset, but really good work. Really good link-up play between Santos and Mayhew. And now Tizard driving all sorts of ways forward and eventually goes down. And now here goes Yusuf, though. He's picked it up and looked to play reverse ball looking for Young, but he couldn't quite get there. Confirmation of the substitution, it was Alex Bray who made way with Tariq Yusuf, the man who's coming on, and Mayhew's twisted and turned, and he was fouled. The referee played an advantage, but no such advantage accrued, so Chippenham Town have a free kick, and Will Richards is being sent up for this one as it's going to go long. 130 in the MixLR chat now, thank you very much. Lots of action as well in the chat. Simon Lawrence at the centre of it. Mr. Lawrence, where you at? He sacked it off. Pathetic. Poor. Calls himself a supporter. No comment. We'll be hearing from Simon at some point later on this season. Mayhew delivered in towards the penalty area high, and it looks to be Hamilton's going to get there. And now Richards gets there, and Richards gets a bit of a shoulder barge. Few arms go up in the air from the travelling, I'd say 10 or so Chippenham Town supporters who might have made their way there. And it looks like it's going to be a 3rd substitution of the match for Braintree. And in fact, the yellow card is going to come the way of Jack Corley. So a 2nd yellow card on the pitch at the moment for Braintree. I think Corley's going to be shown it. To see Callum Gunner back in the team and getting minutes. And I think that might be a straight swap. So a confirmation of the substitution. Callum Gunner on, Tom Mayhew off. Henry's long kick is over the top of the 2 players challenging for it and eventually cleared, and Blair might be coming in down this left hand side, and Will Henry forced to use his feet and come out of the penalty area and lob the ball clear, but Braintree putting all sorts of pressure on Chippenham Town at the moment. Deal of the day it was undoubtedly at Troughton Park, had it was 3-1. That's very funny now, Blake. That's very good indeed. Interestingly enough, Sonny Cox has doubled up, and Bath City are 2-1 in front now. Corley delivers this throw-in, it's flicked down, and there goes the number 6 with a shot. It's through a crowd of bodies, and it's underneath Will Henry, and the ball's in the back of the Chippenham Town net. Kieran Clements is the man who's wheeling away in celebration, and I think it was going to always happen once Braintree started to up the ante, and that's a cruel shame as Chippenham Town We're nearly close to going in towards the end of this match with the lead. Chippenham Town are no stranger to being pegged back late on in this fixture, as in the home match last season for Chippenham Town they were pegged back with a late equaliser. This one's not as late, but still an equaliser. So confirmation, Braintree 1, Chippenham Town 1. And now Braintree fans start to up. Clemens equalised for the host. Ball forward from Henry, looking for Hamilton, but he loses it. And Russ now launches forward. Confirmation of that substitution. Joe Hanks is off and Harry Parsons is on. Tuadolu's clearance isn't perfect, but he gets a second bite at it. And this one is better. And now Blair has picked it up. Gunner's going to throw a foot at it. He does. And Santos. Oh, that's a firm challenge coming in from Jack Corley. Perhaps a two-footed challenge. But a yellow card. Second yellow card for Jack Corley. The match that last season saw a straight red card, this time sees a red card. Braintree reduced to 10 men. And Jack Corley, who provided the long throw for Chippenham's goal to equalise for Braintree, he's been sent for an early bath. And I mean, originally I thought it was a straight red challenge. He's very, very late, straight through the front of Alfie Santos. But it's a yellow card. It's a second yellow card for Jack inside. As now, that red card came at a great time for Chippenham Town. Braintree looked like if any side were going to go on and pick a winner in this one, it would be Braintree. But Chippenham Town might do it as Yusuf now looks to drive. He puts in a challenge on Clemens. Clemens is still down. Yusuf's still going to go. He gives it towards Parsons, but he's dispossessed. And Yusuf has picked it up yet again. Is he going to deliver a crossing? No, he doesn't. He goes back towards Tuadola, who again has been a consummate professional for Chippenham Town at full-back. Russ goes in towards Gunner. Can Gunner get there? No, he doesn't. And now here come Braintree forward with their striker. And it's played in towards Rush, who's got the right side of his man. Left foot! Oh, we're over the bar from Rush. Alfie Payne, the man who's dispossessed the Chippenham midfield, got ahead of Callum Gunner and looked to drive. And then a left-footed ball played. Rush in behind the left-hand side. Bit of a tight angle, bit of a tight squeeze. He's gone for the top right-hand corner of Will Henry's posted stamp. And it's flashed over and taken quickly. And now here's Young, who's deep. And now out towards Yusuf, who has definitely looked promising. He twists, he turns, he gives it in towards Young, but commentators curse. Yes, again, I say he looks promising, and he's given the ball away. Hamilton with a firm challenge. Brilliant challenge in there from Spencer Hamilton. Really good work. And now here's Young on the right-hand side. Gives it towards Santos. Santos, he's on the byline. He drags it towards the back post. It's headed. Oh, from this angle, it looks like Willie Clemens has nearly put the ball in the back of his own net. He hasn't. He's put it wide and conceded a corner kick. Really good work from Santos to just pull his man apart there. Young has found him with a nice little reverse ball. Young's flat for Chippenham. He's going to take this corner right-footed. It's going to be an in-swinger. Right hand goes aloft. Corner delivered all the way in towards that back post. Will Richards rises and a free kick is given. Will Richards apparently rising too high and using his man. And there goes Jack Sims with a push, and also Paris Eltontop getting involved with Will Richards as Richards just tries to hurry up the resumption of play, as he believes that the Braintree Town man has gone down without a valid reason, and eventually he will get up back up to his feet. Doesn't require treatment, so it's just being hurried up by today's referee, George Larfin.